Okie doke. Here we go. Part 2. I-10 eastbound through Juarez. Or through Juarez. No. If I found myself in Juarez, I have really fucked up. Excuse the language. I've made a serious freaking mistake. Let's try that again. I-10 eastbound through El Paso, Texas. Today is, what was it? Here, Friday, October 16th. Current time here in El Paso is 1:56 in the p.m. And we got a temperature outdoors of about 75 degrees, which is quite nice for El Paso. I will admit that's a beautiful day in El Paso. 75 degrees, some relief. So yeah, so here we go. Off here to the right, we're going to be looking at Juarez, basically. Yeah, that's Mexico right there. Just right there. What you're seeing, those kind of houses and whatnot, that is Mexico. That is Juarez. Yep. And then you can see the fence down there. That is the border fence right there, and just kind of like a canal. Yep. But yeah, that's it. That's Juarez right there, Mexico. It's actually, I mean, you know, for all the hype it gets, you look and you go, ah, that's nothing. That's not so scary. They got a Coca-Cola truck rolling down the avenue there. You know, people just cruising in their Fords and their Toyotas, pretty much just like they are over here. But the housing construction is definitely different. The construction is, the housing situation is definitely different. So it's kind of interesting. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more here for you. Get a little peek. Maybe, maybe not. I'll keep trying for you though. I know y'all want to see it that bad, but yeah, that might about do it there. I think that might about wrap it up, because we're kind of turning away from it now. I don't know, we'll see. I do have to be on my game here, so this is going to take precedence over the sightseeing here. So you know, we're going to run into some traffic here and whatnot. We got El Paso Street. It's kind of cool. This wow, I do yeah, striking my memory banks here from the last time I went through here. Train yard over there on the right. Huge, actually. Boy, can you imagine all the crazy stuff that has gone on in this town, and the town just across the border, across the fence there, just throughout the history of last, I don't know, 50 years even. I'm sure that this area got some tales to tell. If you could be a fly on the wall, so to speak, of life in this area over the last 50 years, man. Yep, that'd be a heck of a thing to witness, I bet. it looks like a cop car. You know, it's like a, you know, an ex CHP or cruiser. You know, probably sold at an auction. Man, not driving like a cop. Not at all. Driving like an idiot. I need to get over one here. I'm going to jump in this middle lane here real quick. Just going to get out of the havoc lane. There we go. That feels better. It feels instantaneously better. The architecture and the artwork on the architecture of these overpasses and whatnot kind of have like a cross between those in Dallas and those in Albuquerque. Very much like a cross between them. Like the architecture is like Dallas, the artwork is like Albuquerque. It's kind of cool looking. truck I'm passing on the right here, I believe, yeah, it's a KW. And man, I'm always been like Peterbilt, you know, like I want a Peterbilt, right? Ever since I was a kid, I want a Peterbilt. I don't know why, I just like the way they look, you know. And you know, honestly, the KWs, the Peterbilts look very similar. You know, it's almost, you know, if you didn't see the actual plaque on there that designated one from the other, you might not know, you know, otherwise, right? But there is a particular model of KW that I've been noticing. Exit. There's a particular model of KW that I've been noticing lately that I'm really like interested in. You know, it's long hood, conventional, but it's got I guess it's maybe the model is just super sleeper, because that's what I saw yesterday. I was parked next to one at a loading dock. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be aiming for, is that particular model, because it's not quite the hot rod that some of these trucks are, and it's not a flat top sleeper. It's got a raised sleeper, and it's got like sun windows in the roof and all that. So it's kind of a cross between, you know, a hot rod, you know, like flat top, and you know, a super sleeper OTR truck, which is what I need. I need a large sleeper cab for what I intend on doing. You know, the flat top sleeper cabs that, you know, some of these trucks have. You know, the sleepers are just not that big. You know, that's basically just a bed. You know, maybe a couple shelves or something, maybe like one closet. They're not that big, you know, like this one even. The sleeper, it's large back there. It's roomy, it's spacious, it's wide, you know, there's plenty of headroom. Plus I can stand up anywhere in the truck. Like even, you know, right where the stick shift is, say, I can stand fully upright, you know. And I'm not that tall. I'm just not. I'm like, with you know, flat-footed, you know, no shoes on, I'm basically right about 5'7", so I'm a short guy. But even a tall guy can stand up, no problem in here. Even just right here in the actual like cockpit area of the cab. So with the KW I'm looking at, it's maybe not necessarily like that. I don't think you could actually stand fully upright in the actual cockpit area where the front seats are, but in the back you could, I believe. So that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, they're pretty cool looking too. Nice. Like you can do all kinds of modifications to them. It's not just like a standard fleet, you know, like this is kind of truck. So yeah. And I don't believe they're that expensive either. I don't know. I saw one a couple months ago, or a month or two ago. Everything for me is like a month ago, I think. Down in like the LA area, and it had a pretty nice little price tag on it. Probably means it has a lot of miles on it, but that's all right. All I needed it to do is just keep running, you know. Of course, yeah, that's all I needed to do is just keep running. That's what they're built to do. They're built to keep running, right? So anyways, yeah, as I was passing that one just a minute ago, it just kind of reminded me of that. Yep, that's what I'm after. And, you know, an 85-mile-an-hour top end, that's perfect. That way I can, yeah. That way I can get more tickets in Utah. Threading the needle here, huh? Yep, El Paso, it's a big joint, it's a big place, it's a big area, that's for sure. Let's see, maybe make sure we're even still calling it El Paso. Yeah, we sure are. 1,668 miles to go to Midway, Georgia. And for those of you who aren't aware, Midway is actually just in the outlying areas of Savannah, which is basically, essentially, within spitting distance of the Atlantic coastline. So here I am doing another coast-to-coast deal, which I love. I freaking love it. I really do. And way off in the distance to the south of me, to the right, is Mexico still. I'm still able to see what we would call Mexico, although you probably can't see it in the viewfinder there, within the frame, I guess. Big load here. The little car I'm going to need to get over. Yep. Not soon enough. Oh wow, look at the wheels on this thing. Holy smokes. Huh. That's a crane, I think. Yep. Big giant wheels on it, man. Wow, some more cool overpass architecture here. It's just dripping. I don't know. It's cool looking. Again, it's very reminiscent of Dallas. Of course, this is Texas, and the DOT is responsible for the construction of it, so of course it would be somewhat similar. Yep, and that looks like it's gonna about do it for El Paso. We got some more what looks like suburban areas yet to go through still, but for the most part, I believe we are through El Paso. Through it, through with it. Go get him, truck driver. Well, you can get tickets and make sure that I don't. How about that? Let him draw out the fishing holes. Let him draw out the hooks. So I don't know, I must have missed it. I don't know, maybe you were able to see it, but I missed I didn't get an eyeball on the actual border station. Last time I was down in El Paso, it was kind of like, it was so, blatant out there, you couldn't not see it. Of course, then again, I was staying out there for weeks at a time when I was doing that job at the mall, and so staying in a motel room at night and go out on the balcony at night or whatever, and you look out and it's just this big mass up like daylight at nighttime. Super bright. No way you can miss it. Wow. Bunch of truck lots out here with all these trucks just sitting there. Man. Just trucks upon trucks upon trucks after trucks after trucks. Cummins lot over here. See, that's where I'll be looking. Just all these trucks with no drivers. Crazy. Wow. Trucks for sale. Maybe I should shop in El Paso for a truck. Looks like they've probably got some pretty good deals down there. Got the Petro right there. That's where I would have stayed at last night had I gone ahead and kept on going. And yeah, looks like their lots probably would have been very full last night had I gone ahead and stopped. Or had I gone ahead and kept driving, rather. Lots and lots of trucks. Wow, that's amazing. That really is. That's incredible. It just blows my mind every time I go by them. Just trucks everywhere. Just waiting to be driven. And trailers waiting to be loaded. Alright, there we go. This is going to about wrap it up here. So I hope you enjoyed this little trek through El Paso, Texas, alongside Juarez. And I will see you on down the road. Hopefully not down